I think it's wonderful that more people aren't using those tools. So it's a bit of a market advantage I think our films have, because the cinema tools that they invented at the beginning of sound cinema, sort of from 28 to 42, are really marvelous.
Absolutely.
It's really marvelous technique, and it's amazing how people don't use that. And there's this whole culture that I find absurd of um, of admiring continuous takes and certain kinds of sort of camera movements and doing interesting things with the camera. When I think the really fabulous thing of cinema is cutting, and the cut, and when I was trying to write a play at one point, it just so frustrated me that you had to kind of bring the actors on stage and off stage. You couldn't just cut, 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 cut. And I've actually doubling and tripling down on 30 cinema because I've been watching it more and more. I've all these years between films, and I just see things they do narratively and in the style of shooting and cutting that I just think is so good. There's some films that are 70 minutes long, and there's so much interesting
Yeah.
story in those 70 minutes. And I think it's kind of absurd the way people talk about the dialogue in our films, because if you go back to those films, there's tons of dialogue too. It's a normal thing. I think one of the most destructive things in cinema is this idea that it's a visual medium. Cinema is a visual medium, and if you tell your story only through images and without any words, you are sort of doing something superior, more artistic, more impressive than if you use words. And really, cinema is